Hello everyone, my name is Tanya. I am second year MBBS student of GMC Meerut. Today I will discuss a very important topic of pathology, that is amyloidosis. This topic is important for second year as well as for PG entrance. Now first of all start with its definition. Amyloidosis is not a single disorder. It is a term used for a group of diseases that are characterized by extracellular deposition of fibrillar proteinaceous substance called amyloid, having same morphological appearance, same staining properties, as well as same physical structure. But their biochemical compositions are different. So, what is fibrillar proteinaceous substance? This is basically a misfolded protein. What happens normally? Misfolded proteins are degraded by proteasomes or macrophages. But in some disorders, inherited disorders, inflammatory disorders, even in some malignancies, misfolded proteins are produced in excess. So they start accumulating outside the cells. Even they encroach and put pressure on the surrounding structures. This deposition, pathologic deposition of extracellular protein is amyloidosis. So we can know now amyloidosis is not a single disorder but a group of disorders. Now we will discuss its physical and chemical nature. First of all, its physical nature. On the top we can see a black and white image that is of electron microscopy. In that we can see amyloid appears as a rigid non-branching fibrils of indefinite length and 7 to 10 nanometer in diameter. And the second image this shows beta pleated sheet structure on X-ray crystallography. And due to this structure under polarized light, amyloid appears apple green birefringence. Right? Now chemical nature. Amyloid is basically 95% protein and 5% glycoprotein P component. Now we will discuss its biochemical forms. There are two major forms and some minor forms. Two major forms include AL and AA. AL is amyloid light chain protein. In light chain mainly lambda light chains. And AL type of amyloid is mainly seen in case of primary amyloidosis. And AA, that is amyloid associated protein, is derived from serum amyloid associated protein, which is secreted from the liver in case of chronic conditions. And it is mainly seen in secondary amyloidosis. Next, there are some minor biochemical forms which are seen in some rare conditions, like beta amyloid protein that is seen in Alzheimer's disease, AB2 microglobulin that is seen in hemodialysis, transthyretin that is seen in heredofamilial amyloidosis, its mutated form ATTR. Next we discuss its classification. We can classify amyloidosis on the basis of cause and on the basis of extent. On the basis of cause, it can be classified into primary and secondary, and on the basis of extent, it can be classified into systemic and localized. Systemic amyloidosis is seen in case of primary, secondary, can be hemodialysis associated, heredofamilial. Localized is seen in case of senile cardiac, senile cerebral, endocrine or tumor forming. Now we will discuss in detail about primary and secondary amyloidosis. In primary amyloidosis, as we already discussed, AL type of amyloid protein is seen. And associated diseases are plasma cell disorders like multiple myeloma, B-cell myeloma, mantle cell lymphoma, etc. and many others. Organ distribution are kidney, heart, bowel, nerves. Now we will discuss its pathogenesis in detail. Many B-cell disorders like multiple myeloma, B-cell lymphoma and other plasma cell disorders, in them monoclonal B-cell proliferation occurs, which produces excess of immunoglobulins, and these immunoglobulins undergo partial degradation, which leads to the formation of AL type of amyloid. Now, secondary amyloidosis. In secondary amyloidosis, A type of amyloid is prominent, and associated diseases are chronic inflammation like TB, leprosy, osteomyelitis, autoimmune disease, rheumatoid arthritis, inflammatory bowel disorders, cancers, Hodgkin disease. Organ distribution are kidney, liver, spleen, adrenals. Its pathogenesis: chronic inflammatory conditions lead to the production of cytokines, mainly interleukin 1 and interleukin 6, due to the activation of macrophages. And these interleukins will act on the liver. Liver start producing various reactive proteins, in which one of them is serum amyloid associated. And SSA undergo partial degradation, which leads to the formation of amyloid associated amyloid, which is seen in case of secondary amyloidosis. Next, we discuss staining characteristics of amyloid, which is the most important topic of amyloidosis. For gross, we use Lugol's iodine. When we apply Lugol's iodine on the cut surface, it will show mahogany brown color. And when we add H2SO4, it will change its color into blue. On HNE, amyloid will appear eosinophilic, highly in extracellular, structureless material. On metachromatic stains like methyl violet and crystal violet, it shows rose pink color. Congo red is the best stain for amyloid. Under polarized light, it shows characteristic apple green birefringence. And on light microscopy, it shows pink red color. Fluorescent stains like theoflavin, T yellow. Other stains that are used are toluidine blue, Asian blue, PAS. Of amyloid. Amyloidosis can be diagnosed by staining characteristics as well as biopsy examination. Previously, we do rectal biopsy, but nowadays abdominal fat biopsy is preferred because it is less painful. Rectal biopsy is quite painful. So first best option is abdominal fat, second is rectal biopsy. Next, we discuss amyloidosis of different organs. First of all, discuss about kidney. Kidney amyloidosis is most common. In most cases of secondary amyloidosis and 1/3 cases of primary amyloidosis involve kidney. Gross examination: kidney may be normal size or enlarged or may be small in size. Cut surface shows pale, waxy, translucent. On microscopy, amyloid deposition occurs primarily in the glomeruli, or later it may affect tubules or arterioles or even venules. So we can see first image shows normal kidney and second one shows amyloid kidney. We can see waxy appearance of kidney. Next, we will discuss amyloidosis of spleen. For unknown reasons, spleen amyloidosis can have two gross appearances. One is sago and the next is lardaceous. Sago means in Hindi sabudana. So it resembles sago grains like pale and waxy nodules on cut surface. On microscopy, amyloid deposits involves wall of arterioles of white pulp and replace the follicles. Lardaceous spleen. Lardaceous literal meaning is map-like. So cut surface appearance resembles map-like. That's why it's called lardaceous spleen. On microscopy, deposits involve wall of splenic sinuses, small arteries and in connective tissue of red pulp. So we can see first image of normal spleen, second one is sago spleen and third is lardaceous.